I'm an Air Force truck driver, proud to be. Told the general, the wing commander, that I'm the highest paid bus driver in the wing. And I'm okay with that, right? And being an Air Force bus driver has taken me many places across the country, many countries. Also had the opportunity to become an Air Force First Sergeant. Served with the Civil Engineer Squadron in Lodges. Also served with the 31st and the 33rd Rescue Squadrons in Okinawa. And then also had an opportunity to serve with a Red Horse unit as a chief truck driver, right? Out in Guam, Anderson Air Force Base. So, as I mentioned, there are going to be many times that opportunities come your way for you to take absolute control of your Air Force careers. This is one of those opportunities, right? Want to make sure you have the right information in a timely manner to be able to make those decisions. So, anybody ever been in a brief with me before here in the room? Yeah? Okay. Was I pretty awesome then? Yeah? All right. Good enough. I'll get you a couple dollars for that later. Yeah. So, as these two guys know, I move around quite a bit, right? And I make it very interactive, if you will. So as you see, I don't have any slides. Is that good, or did y'all need slides? Yeah, right. We good, right? Okay. What you do have in front of you are two of the documents that we'll be discussing today. One of them is the document that says, are you ready to stay or are you ready to go? Yep. And then the other one is career versus job. If you could pull those two out for me, that'd be great. All right, what we're going to do is divide the room up. The cool thing about it is we got one person that's going to have one job, different from everybody else. Fair enough? All right. So from these two interesting looking gentlemen, to the right or to the left of them, you all are on one side of the room, and then you all are on the other side of the room. Fair enough? All right. What's going to happen is you will ask anybody on the opposite side of the room a question off the sheet that says, are you prepared to stay or are you prepared to go? You get to ask the question to anybody on the other side of the room. If you can see their name, call them by their name, call them by their rank. Ask the question, they're going to respond to your question with an answer, right? We're going to decide whether or not it's a good answer or not, right, as a collective group. Right? So y'all need to be thinking through this, all right? Along the way, if I can see you kind of pondering and kind of really trying to figure out the right response for that, I'll probably chime in, give you a little bit of insight as to why that question was asked or may have been asked, so forth and so on. So at that point, once the question is responded to, that person gets to ask anybody on the other side of the room a question. Easy enough, right? Easy enough. It's easy even for a truck driver to get. All right? Sir, you have a very important job. Periodically, we're going to call on you to tell us the difference between a job and a career. Right? And you can read right off the sheet there. Whichever item you want to tell us about at that time, you can tell us about it at that time. Fair enough? All right. Everybody ready? All right. Sir, because you're one of my favorite defenders. I know, right? How did you earn that title so soon? We just met, right? You get to ask anybody on this side of the room, to include the people on the back wall, any question off of your sheet. Yep, off your sheet there. Now, once he asks the question, what I'd like for you to do is take a pen and just line through the number. Just line through the number, not the whole sentence. Just the number so you don't re-ask that question. Everybody good? All right, let's do it. Sir, you get to ask anybody on the side of the room question.
Staff Sergeant.
Staff Sergeant Mosley. All right, Staff Sergeant Mosley.
Sir, do you have a job or career to go to after the Air Force?
So, Sergeant Mosley, before you answer that question, for the group, you may be asked a question that just don't fit your life today, right? Remember this. Today you're an airman. tomorrow you might be a Mr. or a Miss. And remind me to share that story with you. All right? But today you're an airman. Tomorrow you could be a Mr. or a Miss. So that question might not fit you today at 1:15 this afternoon, but tomorrow it just might. All right? Okay, sir, you get to ask, provide a response to that question.
If you're asking if I have it lined up, no.
So what was the question? Do you have a job or a career to go to after the Air Force? So today, you are a med tech, right? You are a medical admin, right? Today. So, long day. 24 hours in a day. Tomorrow, you might be Mr. Mosley. What's your plan? What's your thoughts?
Find a job.
So you'll be looking for a job. Sir, would you mind telling Sergeant Mosley the difference between a job and a career?
In terms of time, a career is long term, a job is short term.
All right. So right now we are in a what?
Career.
We have a career. Life changes like that could cause you to be looking for a job in the short term, right? For short-term reasons. Ideally, you're going to want to go from a career to a what? Thank you for saying that. Y'all had me nervous there. I'm thinking, man, is it just me? So, another career. Absolutely right, but that's going to take some preparation. So, are you prepared to take on another career once you leave out?
No.
Not. Okay. Why not? What things would you feel you'd have to do to get prepared?
Work on getting a degree and
Can y'all hear him back there? Okay. Yeah. Work on the degree.
or some type of certification to better my life.
Yeah. Yeah. That's legit. I'm glad you brought those up. We're gonna chat about those a little bit later too. Yeah. Good stuff. Sir, you get to ask anybody on this side of the room a question.
How much are you worth in dollars annually, and how do you know?
Two-part question. Airman Ginter. Two-part question. Right? How much are you worth? How do you know that dollar value?
Well, how much I'm worth a year would it be my annual salary?
Right. Right.
Okay. How do I know that?
Yeah. How do you know how much you're worth?
See my pay stubs. Then.
Okay. Anybody else know how much they're worth? Ma'am, how much are you worth? And how do you know?
Out of debt, $30,000. I know because of the worksheet thing we had to do. I was supposed to separate and I didn't, and all that stuff. So I figured out my net worth with my house, my car, what I owe,
Okay.
my life, and my TSP and
Yeah.
life insurance.
All those things that you need to factor in when. You know what I mean? When you're about to make a lifestyle decision, a life choice, to stay or to go. Things like that. Anybody here from finance? No? Okay. So every year, every one of us in this room in uniform gets a what? In our MyPay account online. Aside from the W-2s. Say it again? Yeah,
It's
you
a
get that.
compensation comparison to what you're worth on the civilian side.
That's right. So, the Airman's Statement of Compensation, I think it's called, something like that. It's kind of a trifold thing. Comes in your MyPERS account every year. And what it does is lays out what you're currently worth, your base salary, what it's currently worth, so forth and so on. And then it kind of gives you those things like, how much it costs on the outside for legal services, how much it costs, and, for various services that we receive, on the installation as compared to outside, to kind of help you know and understand your worth, right? So, Chief Parker, how much are you worth? $112,000 a year, right? Know that just like that. Here's why. Here's why you need to know that. Today you're an airman. Tomorrow you are a Mr. or a Miss, right? You're going to walk into Parker Industries. You're going to sit down in front of the CEO, which is who? Mr. Parker, right? First thing I'm going to want to know is how much are you going to cost me to bring you on to my company, right? And if you don't know what you're currently worth today, tomorrow you're going to lowball yourself. Got to be prepared for that. One airman told me he was priceless. You're right. Y'all laugh. I did too. I think that's awesome. You know what I told him? Great. Bring a couple of other of your priceless friends, since y'all work for free. Right? I'll take all of your priceless friends, because I can't pay you. Right? But bring them on. One of them said he's worth 6 figures. The two senior airmen said he was worth 6 figures. He said he's worth 6 figures. I said, I think that's awesome, man. I said, because over at the shopette over there, I can buy 6 Fig Newtons for like 99 cents. And if all you do is work for food, you're hired. Right? But I use a bit of levity there because if you don't know, you will lowball yourself should you show up to Parker Industries. Because keep in mind, 9 times out of 10, the person that you'll be sitting across the room from is probably prior military. So they already know how to find out how much you were making, right? So you got to know going in. So great stuff. So, sir, you get to ask someone on this side of the room a question. Adams, Senior Airman Adams.
Have you completed your degree? If not, how far along are you?
No, I have not completed my degree, and I've only got a couple clerks on
Yeah, that's awesome. Hold what you got right there, Airman Adams. Sir, why do you think it's important? Why do you think that question would be important? Sergeant Willis? Why do you think a question like that would be important? And it was even asked to a senior airman. Why do you think that was so good job on that? Why do you think that question would be important? If you think it.
So you know if you're going to transfer and you want to pursue your degree, you know where you're at in the degree, so you don't like take the same class over again.
Okay, sir, how about you? Why do you think that question would be important?
So that way you know how far along you have to move up in that company, or where you see yourself later on, if you still want to stay there.
Yeah, even if you stay in the Air Force, right? Even if you stay in the Air Force. Having an understanding of where you are from a degree perspective, whether you decide to stay in or get out. There are some AFSCs that require you to have a degree before they'll even bring you on, right? Before they'll even hire you, they ask you, do you have a CCAF degree? Well, we already know before you'll be able to promote to Master Sergeant or Senior Master Sergeant or Chief without a CCAF degree, you will be Tech Sergeant or less the rest of your career, right? Some of the installations won't even award you a decoration at a certain rank if you don't have that as well. So you have to know and understand that piece. But understanding it now, especially as an airman, a senior airman, is so important because you're at the beginning stages of your Air Force career, right? And ideally, you're going to want to build your career, your education journey or your path around your Air Force specialty. If you are a cop, the expectation is that you get a CCAF degree in criminal justice, right? I'm an Air Force truck driver. I have a CCAF degree in transportation management. All right? Back in 1972, a lot of people, long before Chief Parker came in, lobbied for a degree that was tied inextricably to the member's Air Force specialty. And they even created a university to award those degrees to airmen. Right? So ideally, the Air Force takes it pretty serious that you get your degree. Whether you choose to go to get a bachelor's degree, master's degree, doctorate, or PhD degree, completely up to you. Completely up to you. And oh, by the way, that's not factored into your annual salary. That just makes you more cool. Right? So, very relevant, especially now as a senior airman, to know where you are and be able to ask the right questions to get you on track. Once you secure that CCAF degree, you still continue to focus on your degree plan that will enhance your AFSC, your Air Force Specialist, right? Because when you move forward on more degrees, so forth and so on, they will in turn want to know, for the sake of promotion, do you have a degree, first and foremost? If you do, is it in your AFSC? If it's in your AFSC, does it enhance your ability to do your job in your AFSC? If all those things are check, 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 they're going to also ask one final question. Does that degree enhance your ability to lead at the next level? Simple. Yes, there are Chief Master Sergeant with CCAF degrees. It happens. And that's all they got. Got it. All right? But we're talking about you right now. So, again, great question. Very relevant topic, especially as a senior. Sir, you get to ask anybody on this side of the room a question, either one of those folks in the back as well.
Senior James, what do you see as major trends?
Which number is that, sir?
Number 12.
Number 12. Everybody line through that for me.
What do you see as major trends within your current Air Force career field?
What do you mean by major change?
Yeah. Great question. So, anybody here understand that question of the issue of trends, what a trend is? Positive or negative trend in your organization? Anybody? Just me? Okay. Oh man, security. You're awesome.
You don't want to hear it.
Yeah, right. So, what we are not talking about, Evan James, what we're not talking about is PT sucks, EPR suck, everybody who's breathing right now gets a PCS debt, all they did was show up to work. That's not what we're talking about, right? What we're talking about are trends. So as an example, insecurity, right? In the civilian sector, just saw it on, Facebook today. In the civilian sector, security, police officers now in pursuit, right? In pursuit of another vehicle, right? We know police pursuits are a significant safety risk and is a huge trending issue for the security sectors, right? Being able to remove that risk of putting somebody in the fear of a high-speed chase stuff. Big trend. So the cops can pull up right behind the vehicle, high speed. They have, anybody here familiar with cargo net for pallet build-up, right? That cargo netting stuff. Slide a cargo net underneath the back wheel of the vehicle. Completely wraps the wheel of the vehicle up and stops the vehicle. Right? So, trends. Huge security risk, high pursuit, big trend right now that you're trying to figure out how to fix. Multiple initiatives in place, kind of stuff. Now, I don't know what your career field is. Whatever your career field is, if you're in the medical career field, you know what I mean? Or if you're a truck driver like me, you know, if you're a comm guy, if you're a comm person, cyber threats. Any comm people in here? No? All right. Cyber threats. That kind of stuff.
So our major trend is accountability. Some personnel is so everything